Okay. So okay. So now you can see that the responses of questionnaires that I have presented here, and you can see that lot of industries are there. Okay. So I have presented uh, here 251. So in my survey, there were 251 industries were there. So that's why 251 industries questionnaires. Uh, Basically, there were more than 251, but some responses I have discarded because those were incomplete. So ultimately, I considered 251 full uh, questionnaires. Okay, or the results of the questionnaires or feedbacks. 251, the final 251 full feedbacks I considered. Okay, so this you can see. So, and appendix 3, it gives you that in different years and different months, the data of energy consumption in gigajoule per ton hot metal, in ton per ton hot metal. Hot metal is nothing but it is actually the pig iron. Okay, so uh, so this is the per ton of hot metal I have considered. Okay, so these data I have used to for forecasting purpose. Okay, so these appendixes you need to provide because uh, to provide the clarity or of your research work. Okay, and it is also, it can be understood that you have really uh, you have done those things. Okay, but in some thesis you will see that there is a lot of figures. I in my thesis also I have different figures are there. You can also use different figures, but that should be relevant. In my thesis all the figures are related to data analysis oriented, but in some thesis you will also find which are not based on data analysis, some field oriented figures, those are also presented. Okay, so this is a one type of thesis that uh, I have shown you. Okay, now I'm going to show you some other kind of thesis that is also very good. Okay, let me show you that. Uh, yes, you can see that this thesis is by Ratri Parida, who is now the assistant professor of IIM Sambalpur. Okay, ergonomic study of manual material handling tasks in construction. Okay, so here you can see that mm, here there's a declare a lot of things. You will see that acknowledgement is there, and also there's some abbreviation, list of abbreviation will you will find. These things are just if you go through one particular thesis, list of figures you will find. Okay, so you will very easily you can do that, but it will take obviously a lot of time to do all these things. Okay, it will take a lot of time. Keywords will be there, then there will be contents. Okay, and basically whenever you you make your thesis, you cannot start from page number 1 to up to the last page. It is not like that. You should make chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5. In this way, separate files you first make, and also you make your front pages. Then you should also make your appendix pages. In this way, all the Word documents will be there. Then you will number all those Word documents. You will convert it into PDF, and finally you will merge all those PDFs to get this kind of thesis. Okay, so you can see in her thesis, you can see that you will see I have given it in the WhatsApp group, that there you will find a lot of tables, lot of charts, a lot of figures also you will find. Okay, because her area was actually ergonomics. So in ergonomical research work, typically a lot of pictures or a lot of diagrams are actually presented. You can see that diagrams of the site. Okay, experimental setup for jack pipes. Okay, so these setups, bricklaying, experimental setup for bricklaying. Okay, these things are also there. Okay, experimental setup for shoveling activity. Okay, so basically these things actually confirm that you have really done your research work, because nowadays a lot of research works are it is uh, it should not be said, but still I'm telling you that a lot of research works, particularly in India, they are not at par level. Okay, so that's why the reviewers are giving objection that whether you have done this thing, really you have done those experiments or not, where is the proof. Okay, so that's why these actually these pictures or these diagrams prove that you have really you have done those things. Okay, so but yes, obviously in many cases there is no way to give this kind of, suppose you are working on the in the area of human resource management, you cannot give these kinds of figures, okay, to prove. Or in the area of finance, these kinds of figures are you cannot give, there is no meaning of it. Okay, but in case of operations management oriented research work, sometimes it can be given. Okay, or even in case of suppose marketing oriented research work, suppose you have made some website, so the screenshot of the website that you can give. Okay, or even suppose if you make some questionnaire. Okay, so using Google form, the link of the questionnaire you can provide, and also you can provide some screenshots. Okay, so in this way you can you will do. Okay, these are the references. Now you can see that the questionnaire for survey. Okay, so you can see this particular research work for the questionnaire. This questionnaire is actually, it is very good questionnaire. Okay, and sometimes suppose if so in our case, if the dean, suppose the dean is giving some, dean or supervisor is giving some you know some approaching somebody. Okay, so in that case, suppose if official stamp or or sealed uh, the pad, you can you can take a snapshot of it, and if you can uh, show it, then also it is good. Okay, uh, you can see that the questionnaire. Okay, you can see here the personal details of the worker, please put a tick. So the worker, she has done everything based on the workers. Okay. So workers ergonomical consideration she has considered. So the name, age, the gender, job title, work experience. So all those things are they are actually carrying out. Okay. They are carrying out research issue characteristics of MMH tasks. Okay. So do you feel that it is like question based questionnaire? You can see here that it is like suppose what is your workload? Light, moderate, heavy, extreme. How do you work continuously or at specified intervals? Is the MMH manual material handling task repetitive? Yes or no? So in this way, she has made her questionnaire. Okay, so this is better actually. In this way, in question format, you make the questionnaire. In my thesis, you can see that I have not made question-based questionnaire. Okay, but it is better to use question-based questionnaire. Why? Because in question-based questionnaire, the respondents who are giving you the responses, it becomes easy for them to give the answer because they can very clearly understand the question. Okay, but if you do not make some question like that, it becomes difficult for them to answer it. And also another thing I would like to tell you that how you will make your questionnaire. Okay, you can see that here also she has made different Likert point scales were there. Okay, and some in some questionnaires she has not made any Likert point scale because it is dichotomous in nature. Or it means yes or no based, or there are two options. You need to select only one of the two options. Okay, but whenever you are going to collect the feedback uh, from the respondents, it is also important that what kind of Likert scale you will use. Okay, you in majority of the cases in structural equation modeling, it is 5-point Likert scale is used. Okay, but it is also so I have also used 5-point Likert scale because 5-point Likert scale is very widely accepted by the researchers or in the scientific community. But it is also it is to be and in case of suppose AHP or ANP like multi-criteria decision modeling approach, 9-point scale is used. Okay, but this is also important to understand that it depends upon the knowledge of the respondents. That is also important. That also you need to consider whenever you are making this questionnaire. Okay, suppose you are working on the health or occupational health of the workers who work in mining industry. Okay, now those the workers who work in mining industry. Okay, you can understand that most of them they are illiterate. Most of them you will find that they are uneducated, either uneducated or illiterate. Okay, so in that case, even you cannot give the questionnaire to them. If they are illiterate, then you need to simply ask it, and whatever they will say, you need to tick, or you need to take the responses as per his or her saying. Okay, you need to take the responses, but they cannot read it out. Okay, because they are illiterate. And in those cases, suppose if you make a 9-point scale or if you make a 7-point scale, so they will be very, very puzzled. Okay, they are not able to handle it. In case you deal with uneducated persons who will be the respondents, in that case, it is better to use just a 3-point scale, because the uneducated people, they will only know what is good, what is bad, and what is moderate. good, bad, and moderate. They will only know these 3 points. Okay. If you use 5-point scale or 7-point scale, then it will become very troublesome for them. Okay. And everybody's point of view will also not be same. Okay. So that's why this is also one thing which you should keep in your mind. Okay. Now it is going to 11 o'clock. Just I'm going to stop the